Hearts can never be practical until they can be made unbreakable.
But I still want one.
Well, that's where I come from. We have men who do nothing all day but good deeds. They're called good deed doers. Their hearts are no bigger than yours. They have one thing you haven't got, a testimony. Therefore, in consideration of your kindness, I take great pleasure in giving you a small gift of our esteem and affection. And remember, my sentimental friend, the heart is not judged by how much you love, but by how much you are loved by others.
It ticks. Oh, look, listen to my heart. It ticks.
Read what my medal says. Read it.
Warning for courage.
Oh, ain't it the truth? Ain't it the truth?
Oh, they're all so wonderful.
What about Dorothy? Yes, what about Dorothy?
Yeah, Dorothy next.
Yes, Dorothy.
I don't think there's anything in there for me.
Well, you do force me into a cataclysmic decision. The only way to take Dorothy back to Kansas is for me to take her there myself.
Oh, will you? Could you? But are you clever enough a wizard to manage it?
My child, you cut me to the quick. Why, I'm an old Kansas man myself, premier balloonist par excellence to the Miracle Wonderland Carnival Company. When one day, while performing extraordinary feats of stratospheric skill never before attempted by civilized man, my balloon failed to return to the fair.
Did?
Frightened, were you?
Frightened? Why, you're a man who's left at the face of death, and sneered at doom and chuckled at catastrophe. Why, I was petrified. But then, the wind changed. My balloon landed into the heart of this noble city, where I was instantly acclaimed Oz the First, Wizard Deluxe.
Oh, deluxe. From the French, pertaining to luxury.
Why, yes, there were a few luxuries that went with the job, but I took it anyway. Retaining the balloon in the advent of a quick getaway, and the balloon is now ready for flight. And in that conveyance, my dear Dorothy, you and I shall return to the land of a pluribus unum. Step this way. Citizens of Oz, I, your wizard, for Ardua and Alta, am about to embark upon a hazardous and technically unexplainable journey into the outer stratosphere. To confer, converse, and otherwise hobnob with my brother wizard. And I decree that until that time, if any, that I return, the Scarecrow, by virtue of his superior brains, shall rule in my stead. Assisted by the Tin Man by virtue of his marvelous heart. And the Lion by virtue of his courage. Obey them as you would me. And now I think it's time to cast off. Climb aboard, Dorothy, climb aboard.
Climb aboard, Missy, while the wind's in your favor.
Toto, I can't go without him.
Don't worry, I'll get it for you.
Don't let go of the rope. What? Oh, this is highly unprecedented procedure.
Don't go without me.
Sorry, Dorothy.
Here's your dog.
Oh, you have to come back.
I can't.
You can't go.
I don't know how it works.
Come back.
Folks, goodbye. That idiot car ruined my exit.
I'll never get home.
You can stay here with us.
We don't want you to go.
I know I'd love to, but I have to get back to Kansas.
Don't you love us?
No, I do, but it's a place I love more. And now, it's further away than even the furthest dream. Scarecrow, I'll never see Kansas again as long as I live. Never, never, never.
Never is a very, very long time, Dorothy.
Can you help me? Will you help me?
You don't need to be helped any longer. You've always had the power to go back to Kansas.
I have.
But why didn't you tell her before?
Because she wouldn't have believed me. She had to learn it for herself.
What have you learned, Dorothy?
I think that it isn't enough just to want to see Uncle Henry and his things. It's that if I ever go looking for my heart's desire again, I won't have to look any further than my own backyard, because if it isn't there, I never really lost it to begin with. Is that right?
That's all it is.
Well, that's so easy. I should have thought of it. Oh, I should have felt it in my heart.
And I should have known through the courage of my convictions.
No, she had to find out for herself. And now, those magic slippers will take you home in 2 seconds.
Toto too?
And Toto too.
It'd be so hard to say goodbye. I love you all so much. Goodbye to Nan. Don't cry. You are so dreadfully. Here's your oil can. Bye.
Now I know I've got a heart. Because it's breaking.
Bye, Lime. I know it was right, but I'm gonna miss where you used to holler for help before you found your courage.
Oh, I think when you're gone, I'll do a little bit more hollering.
Dear Scarecrow, when I first went here, I think maybe I'm going to miss you most of all.
Having a brain don't make parting any easier. Goodbye, Dorothy. I'll think about you always.
Are you ready now?
Yes, please. Before I change my mind, stay forever.
Then close your eyes and think to yourself, tap your heels together 3 times and think to yourself over and over, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home.
1,
There's no place like home.
2,
There's no place like home.
goodbye, Dorothy.
name, April?
Hello, Oz.
Oz. My first name's Chester, but you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, Henry, you were the god.
I'm ready now, honey. I'll see no more harm comes to you.
Is she all right?
For a minute there, I thought she left us.
Did leave you, Uncle Henry? That's just the trouble. And I tried to get back for days and days.
That sounds like a bad dream.
It wasn't a dream.
Sure it wasn't. Remember me, your old pal Z?
Lion.
No, it ain't. This here's Hickory.
You're going to forget my face, could you?
Of course not. But where's Scarecrow?
Scarecrow? Who the heck is Scarecrow?
Here's the blanket we called for. How is she?
She'll be okay.
You lost all your stuffing.
Stuffing.
What happened to the mother field mouse you had in your stomach?
I had more than a field mouse. You gave me a whole sack of kittens in there.
Dorothy! Annie M!
Oh, you're safe and well.
Thanks to you, Annie M. You showed me how to use the slippers.
Where? I ain't gonna use the slipper on you, honey. You ain't done nothing wrong.
No, you don't understand. This is all a real, truly live place. I remember that some of it wasn't very nice, but most of it was beautiful. And you were all there, and you kept resting up. And you kept pulling your own tail, and you were a humbug.
Wait now. Let's not get personal.
Doesn't anyone believe me?
Of course we believe you, honey. But now we need to get you home and get you in bed.
Has the house come back? It fell on the witch, you know.
The storm passed right by it.
It wasn't a house, fell this gulch.
It was the telegraph pole.
Oh,
We won't be hearing from that video again until she gets her legs out of plaster.
Toto's safe. You hear that, Toto? We're both safe. We're going home. Home. And you're all here. And I love you all so much. And